Hello, this is Dean Jenkins from FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the update for the week coming up of November 1st, 2015. Wow, can you believe it's already November? Uh, it's hard to, boy, time goes fast. But when I listen to the rain falling outside, then I have no trouble believing that it's autumn. I'm here in Olympia, Washington, just south of Seattle, and it is wet and it is cold, and it's like fall really has started here. All right, so let's take a look at the charts and the market. So we've just finished what a lot of news stories are calling the best month in over 4 years in the stock market. And if we take a look at this, you can see what they're talking about this month right here. The market's gone pretty much straight up, which is remarkable. Again, the best 1 month gain in the indexes in over 4 years. And that's kind of flying in the face of the theory that I've been talking about, or the thesis that I've been operating under, that we're in a bear market. But you know what? I still think that. And I'm going to show you why. Now, I certainly could be wrong. I could certainly be wrong. And I talked the last couple weeks about a couple things that would prove that I was wrong, that we really are in a bullish market, and it will continue to go on and make new highs. So I said first that this green line right here, if we broke through that, that would be like a step one of proving that we are in a bullish market going higher. And step two would be breaking through this trend line here. Now you can see we have not broken through that. In my mind, in my analysis, we have not proven yet that we are in a bullish market that will go on to make new highs. Here's the previous high from last May. So, if we are in a bullish market, then we'll go on and make new highs, maybe up to 20,000 or something. Who knows? I'm not convinced that's going to happen yet, though, but it could. It certainly could. And I think the next week or two is going to be very, very telling. There's some really interesting stuff going on here. So let's dig into it just a little bit. So first, like I just showed at the beginning, right? We've gone straight up for a month. That's very unusual for the market. The market doesn't usually move that way. And one thing is for sure is that it will not continue straight up like that. It will pull back at some point. And I think that point is getting very, very close. So, whether it's, before it crosses this line that I defined, or whether it goes over it, the market's going to pull back, and there's some signs that it's going to do that pretty quickly here. So even if it's going to make new highs, it may do something like this, right, or something like this, but that doesn't move in these straight lines forever. And when they do make these dramatic moves, there's a correction of some sort to that. The big question is whether this correction, this up move that we're seeing, is a new trend, or whether we had this big down move. Is this simply a correction to that, and then it's going to go on down, or is this a new uptrend that's going to continue and go on and make new highs? That's the big question. And I think, again, the next couple of weeks are going to give us the answer to that. We definitely got to keep watching. But let's take a look. Let's zoom in here for just a minute on something kind of interesting. All right, so I've zoomed my screen in like ridiculously tight. So I wanted to show you a couple things on this price bar. And remember the context. We've gone straight up for a month. Pretty much straight up. We have this formation, which is called an inside price bar. So here's what's called the mother price bar. And then we've got this one is essentially a doji, so I'm really focused on this price bar here. You see that the upper and lower boundaries of this, not the wick, but the upper and lower boundaries of this are inside this price bar. And so there's an analysis of inside price bars that says if the next price bar breaks up outside the boundaries of the mother bar, then the next 4 or 5 bars are going to be up as well, and we would go through this line. Alternatively, if price breaks down below this price bar, then the next 4 or 5 bars are going to be down. And that will probably happen this week. So we'll find out, at least in the short term, what's going to happen here. Because we've come up here for a month straight, I think the probability is that this is going to happen. It's going to break down. And it could be fairly dramatic. There's no guarantee of that, of course, but that's what I'm really looking for this coming week is for this some kind of correction to this uptrend, and then time will tell whether the overall bearish trend is still in place, or whether this is a continuation of the 6-year bull trend and we go on to make new highs. We will find out, and I think we will find out pretty soon here, next week or two. And I wanted to just reiterate the point that particularly in a broad market like this one that's a little bit uncertain, specific trading and investing, you got to be focused on the individual chart. It's helpful to know the broad market context and trend, but it really is a stock picker's market, and you got to have really super good charts to trade. And luckily, they're still out there. I just wanted to point, this is a stock that I published for my subscribers. This is IMH, Impact Mortgage Company. And just this week, we got in here at 1866, and this thing's up here now at 2235. It just took off. And that's a 19.65% profit this week. So the point is, there are still great trades out there, even if the market's a little bit uncertain, even if the broad trend is a little bit uncertain. On individual stocks, we can do really, really well. Just another quick example of that same point. Here is LUV, Southwest Airlines, and we got in here at this cyan line at 40.57 2 weeks ago, and we're at about 14% profit on Southwest Airlines. So there are good trades even when the market's uncertain. So I've been updating you on gold and on oil, so let's keep that trend going. And let's take a look at gold real quick here. So here's gold. I had said before we're really looking for a recovery in gold, right? Gold over the last, while the bull market's been going up, gold's come down substantially. And I said I really like this pattern here of higher highs, higher lows. A little jog here, but it ended up making a new high, took out this high. And now it's pulling back. If it comes up and takes out this high here, I think gold is poised to go up much higher. So that could take a while, but that's what I'm looking for, is for this high on gold here to be taken out. And at that point, it really will have proven that there's at least a corrective uptrend and maybe a new bull trend in gold. We would like to see some of these indicators. This one stay green. We'd like to see this one turn green. But this pattern is unmistakable. If it comes down and goes to make new lows, that's one thing. But if it takes out this high, then I think we have an uptrend in gold, and I will be participating in that. So I'll give you that update. How about oil? Let's take a look at oil. So I had wondered in the past if oil had put in a bottom and if it was ready to recover. As you know, oil's come down dramatically. We're enjoying that at the gas pump. This had started making a pattern of a higher high, higher low, but you can see it failed. It did not put in a new high, did not take out that. And now it's going in and taking out lows. So it's looking like oil actually maybe has some more lows to go, and our indicators are all showing red. So at this point, there may be some minor pull-ups, but everything's pointing now that the oil's probably going to go put in some more lows and stay low for a while. It will retrace back up at some point in the future, but the near term looks like it's heading down, maybe even taking out this previous low here. That's the current shorter term forecast for oil. So really, and we're too far down this trend to try and go short or take advantage of it. So we really just got to let oil work its way out. And at some point, there may be some opportunities in the long trades up here, but not at this point, not on the horizon yet. Well, that's the update. Thanks for tuning in. As always, send your questions, your feedback. Love hearing from subscribers to the newsletter and to my stock pick service. And we will be back next week with more updates. Thanks.